Good evening, Speed Gaming. Did you miss me? I'm back. So we got myself, Matrick, alongside Steve Hacks doing commentary tonight. We got Code Gorilla on tracking. He's going to be chiming in now and then if we miss stuff. Tonight's matchup is between seed number 1, TheAxeMan, and m4sh4m4, number 4 with a lot of 4s in his name. But yeah, there's been a little bit of trash talking going on in this, and there's somewhat of a wager that's happening. Steve, you know anything about this wager?
I've heard a thing or two.
So what's going on here is that there's a friendly Discord wager here. Whomever wins this race gets to pick the other's Discord name for a currently unspecified amount of time. So m4sh4m4 plans to call Axeman the Axed Man, because he got axed. And Axe is currently mulling over what he wants to call m4sh4m4 if he's able to take this race. So, you know, you have the previous tournament champion here in Axeman, and you have a new runner in m4sh4m4 who has proven himself very well to be quite a high-end runner. So this should be a fun run.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I thought it was Dragon Dark that won the last one, but maybe I'm forgetting.
Oh, no, you're right. It was Dragon Dark that won. Dragon Dark won the last one, but he went against Axe. Axe was the winner's champion, and Dragon Dark came out of the loser's bracket to win it. That's right. My apologies. My history lesson needs a little work. So the gate's been dropped. We got a second left, and they are off. Both runners tonight choosing to use the Mezia sprite, same as earlier tonight. Okay, that's a start. Taking him straight out to Joel, that's an immediate wild warp. Got nothing they can do here, though Axe is going to check the shop just for, well, nothing there.
That's a standard Axe play, I'd say.
A rusty statue. Gee, I wonder what that could be. So we got unidentified key items on for starters. That is the first thing that we know for sure. We'll have to see what else we could pick up on here pretty quick. We aren't going to be able to tell if RO is on or off.
Yeah, exactly. Thunder always goes through walls.
Yeah, so that's going to make RO a little difficult to determine. Thunder also does hit the most enemies in the game, therefore it's going to be a little hard early to tell unless we see something that definitively cannot be hit.
Yeah, a handful of tanks would be a pretty clear indicator.
Yep.
I mean, there's going to always be a Mimic in here anyway, so we'll see.
It feels that way.
Sometimes, too, if you're lucky.
Wow, okay. 2 swords in the first minute and a half.
Decided to roll him a softball magic?
I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard to top the seed from earlier. I don't know what you saw of that race, but it's going to be hard to top that one.
Sadly.
Teleport? Well, no need to buy any boots this seed. Yeah, the previous seed, as Code Gorilla can definitely confirm, had one hell of a start.
It was something else.
So seeing a rock wall here gives me a pretty high indicator that there's a really strong chance random walls are not on. My experience tells me that when there's a rock wall there, it's a really high chance that the random walls are not on.
Yeah, we got a 3 and 4 chance at this point.
All right, so m4sh4m4 opting to warp out. m4sh4m4 opting to warp out, checking. Oh, okay. Well, I believe that Scorpion tinked off both of those swords. Therefore, that would tell me that randomized elements are indeed on for weaknesses. Axeman getting through the cave, comes out in Cordell Plains, going to check the Kaladan spot, and that's a recorder. Might be a shell flute, might be an alarm flute, could be an insect flute. We don't know yet, but we'll find out before too long. Maybe even a flute of lime.
So Axeman took a little bit of detours, but it seems like he's now ahead.
m4sh4m4 opted to wild warp out of the cave when he checked the wall instead of just going straight through it, and then he made some extra shopping checks He bought both a shield and some herbs while he was there at Leaf. So yeah, put him behind just a little bit. RO is on because Axe was able to make that ice bridge with just the Water Sword 1. And that's a key card.
Making his way over to Aurelius over in Amazonas. Won't be able to check Aurelius, but we will be able to see what's in the basement if the stream comes back.
Yeah, speaking of which, that's a Sword of Fire.
We got 3 out of 4 now.
Yep. And that rusty statue was obviously the Statue of Onyx, which gives me a pretty good indication that we have... there's a fair chance that it's going to be it's randomized items, but not random turn-ins.
Yeah, so my completely terrible Bayesian statistic says 1 in 5, but I think I'm wrong there.
Axe going to check immediately and see if the rabbit skip is on here. That will give him Saber North access.
I approve of this check. I think it's a very good idea when you're in the neighborhood.
It is! So it's the Saber North access. We got a divergence immediately. Mashama going to check Saber South, and Axeman going to check Saber North.
I'm with Axe on this play. I think Saber South is an optional area. You can get by without ever having to go into it, whereas Saber North's required. So, I mean, if you can hit those required plays first and early, you're potentially saving a lot of time.
Absolutely. Although, from a density perspective, I'd be with Mashama, because at this point in the game, you need items. You're not guaranteed to be able to kill Kelbesk, and that's pretty far out of the way to go, all the way to the top if you find nothing there and can't kill a boss.
It's true. He's got 3 out of the 4 swords, and we think that swords are randomized, so it's very likely he will be able to kill him. That said, if he doesn't have healing, at level 1 swords, it's not all that easy. And so if I were him, I'd certainly be going back to get a few healing items first. I don't remember what's in his inventory, though. It looked like an instrument of some sort there on Mashama's screen.
Yep, that was a wooden flute.
And I want to note that there are thunder walls in Mount Saber South, so randomized walls are on.
Interesting. Yeah, I picked up on that, and it didn't click until you mentioned that. And there's a Sword of Wind. Okay, never mind. That's a guaranteed kill on Kelbesk, provided he can actually get the damage in on him. But Mashama finding a battle armor. Something Axe would love to have against Kelbesk.
Well, Axe is going to grind a few levels here, it looks like. Level 3 is not a bad place to be.
He was until he got poisoned. Let's hope Mashama doesn't get paralyzed right here in this hallway before he gets to Tornell.
Well, that would be tragic. So Axe is picking up a few healing items. That's going to set him up pretty well to fight Kelbesk.
Yeah, absolutely. Scaling's low enough. Oh, don't get Tornell. Mummies are Tornell's best friend. Look at that. 81 HP at 9 scaling. The do not kill list grows.
Oh, yeah. One of these days, that Mummy will show up as a Tornell hugger on that bottom line. Just wait for it.
So, seeing the Tornado Bracelet there, strengthening the thought process behind not having random turn-ins on.
Yeah, that's right.
Axe continuing to make his trek up the mountain here. Checking the second chest. Shama, meanwhile, is going to go back through... I'm guessing he's just going to check the alarm flute. That's what he's going to do. Not a bad play.
At least 1 flute, maybe 2, was it? I think there was a recorder and a wooden flute, so 50-50 chance that that's going to be an alarm flute. He's going to trigger the kidnapping, not knowing he doesn't need to.
Definitely.
And
yeah,
Axe making his way up to the top of Saber.
Absolutely. Axe deciding to go there early and finding that Sword of Wind could be the kind of play that changes the game.
Yeah,
We'll have
I'm
to see
excited
how
to see where
pans
this
out.
goes. Yeah. So what we're not going to see here is a bunch of ungrateful shopkeepers.
So Mashama found telepathy on the windmill guard. And the
That's
key
interesting. So
card...
that's actually going to open up in ordinary logic now, if this glitch wasn't even on. So he may actually be heading over to Saber North pretty soon.
Yeah, he also opened the windmill cave. But I'm guessing he's just going to go and talk to Zebu and then warp to Brimare? And then go from the backside? I mean, that's probably the speediest play you could make when it comes to the Vampire Cave.
Yeah, if you've got teleport, you don't want to deal with those first 2 screens in the Vampire Cave. It's just a waste of time.
Now, there could be really lucrative enemies there, but that's an unidentified idol. Another statue.
So we got the first boss fight over here on Axe's screen, Kelbesk. This is the first boss in the vanilla game as well. He's normally weak to wind, but this time it seems like he wants thunder. So that's pretty good.
He wants thunder, and it's convenient. Yeah, that he just found that. That was in the chest behind the so you saved this big deal guy.
Yeah, or the lack thereof. And then Mashama's going in the back way through the first mini-boss, the vampire. Kelbesk typically being a challenge for a lot of first-time players, the first kind of big challenge of the game, but not a big deal for Axe, who's got some levels up and has played the game a few times.
So that's our 4th flute. We've
So
now found all 4 flutes. Nope, he picked up a flute.
I think that is the windmill key, right? So he wants to check the windmill key to see if that's actually the prison key, but it wasn't. And now Axe is going to come right behind, I assume, and check that windmill guard and the windmill key.
Rabbit boots, good for offense, good for mobility. Although Mashama deciding that enemies apparently taste good as he tries to take a bite out of both of them, Mike Tyson style.
Not the best play.
No, it's bad for your health, for sure.
But I mean, I can certainly relate. I mean, that's one of my favorite approaches there. See an enemy, run right into him.
Now, if you have ever seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, you would know that, you know, he was trained in your foot to my face strategies.
I'm trying to parse that one. I think I usually get it the other way around.
It's supposed to be, but, you know, that's the joke.
Well, we'll stay tuned for tomorrow. See plenty of me ramming my face into things.
Steve and I have a race tomorrow evening. Meanwhile, we get to be friends tonight. Mashama checking to see if that was a broken statue and a glowing lamp. It was not. Not the correct combo.
So normally that glowing lamp and broken statue would combine to get the statue of gold. It could be any item now. We also see our first bow over here from Mashama. That's exciting. Given that we've seen all 4 swords, we're basically just looking for those bows and the shell flute. And that's all that's left to find.
I'd like to point out that Mashama did find the Ball of Thunder, and Axe has not been in there yet. The other ball is on the top of the mountain, so his fight against Kelbesk is going to contain a Storm Bracelet.
That is going to be a nice quick fight. Not that Axe spent much time on that anyway. It was certainly a pretty quick fight for Axe.
No, but if you're slightly behind, you need every second you can get. And against somebody like Axeman, you don't want to give him any time you don't need to.
That you do. So here's a question. Do you think we're going to see Mashama memeing it all tonight?
I think Mashama is going to be as absolutely serious as he will ever possibly play in tonight's race, specifically.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just because there's been a lot of trash talking going on in this one, and, you know, I've made plenty of jokes to Mashama about with all of his trash talking if he blows it. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be about as focused as can be. I know he's been pretty nervous, you can tell. He's a first-time racer. So, you know, getting into the race spirit and getting into races and getting out of those jitters is something that, you know, he's been learning. And you can tell in a big race like this, he's been pretty nervous today. Axe making his way through the vampire cave, picking up all the stuff that Mashama's already got. He decided to go in the front door, which actually that gives a little bit of time back to Mashama because he walked through those 2 extra caves unnecessarily.
Even so, I think Axe is still slightly in the lead. He's going to be through this vampire cave in just a second now. 2 more checks, whereas Mashama's got a little bit of zigzagging to do.
Well, I believe the point at which Axeman will be fully caught up to Mashama is when he reaches the top of Saber South. So that's currently something that Mashama has over Axe.
Okay.
So it's not here at the end of this cave. It's at the end of Saber South. So that's where the equal point's going to be.
But now, of course, with Flight and all 4 swords, is he going to take up Saber South at all right now, or is he going to go somewhere else?
I don't know. It's a good question. There's a lot of game open.
Have they been? They have not been through the wind wall in GBC Cave yet, although I think Axe is heading right there now, so we'll see where that leads.
Yep. They also have Joel access since they have flight. They can fly down to Portella.
Or up to Goa. No, not quite. They don't have change.
Nope, no change
Scratch
yet.
that.
Not going to Goa yet. But they do have lots of flutes, which means there is a fair chance that what they could be coming across here is a shell flute. And if Vanilla Dolphin interactions are not on, that's access to ESI as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of potential options open to these 2 runners right now. And whether or not, they diverge or they stay on a similar trajectory is going to be interesting to watch.
Well, and for all we know, that lamp is a fog lamp.
Could be.
They've got rage check once they... they don't have Portoa access yet, though, do they?
Yes, they do. All I got to do is fly in for the backside of Joel.
Oh, right. That's
Thunder
right.
warped him straight to Joel.
Yeah.
Axe, interestingly enough, not going into the pyramid right away. He's just opted to go to Sahara first.
That's an interesting play, because the pyramid, I mean, you fight Dragon, and it puts you right back out to the entrance. You don't lose any time at all. It routes perfectly in there, anywhere you go.
Right. So I'm not really sure what his plan here is.
Well, he's got a key. I missed where he got the key from. He's going to check if that's... Where is he going? I'm not sure he knows what he's doing.
He's going to Saber South now. And this is going to actually put Mashama a little bit in the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what Mashama does with that lead.
Ooh, he's going to take a death with that lead is what he's going to do.
Well, Axe is going to take a little bit of time to get through Saber South, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's also going to check the tornado bracelet spot, which is something that, well, maybe. It depends on what this flying plant has to say. Yikes, that was a nice jump. Oh, that's right. They don't have flight. It's rabbit boots that they have.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought they had flight too.
Yeah, it's just rabbit boots. It's not flight. We would have seen Axe immediately just fly up that slope.
Yeah, that's right. So he just took the warp point in Sahara, which is all he could get from that one spot.
So that key must have been in the vampire cave and the barrier spot.
So that is the key to prison, and he's gonna. And this is what Axe was thinking. He was going to the Saber North to head back up there and check the key.
Yeah, he decided against it due to the fact that it was a long climb without flight.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Mashama,
unfortunately, it's going to cost him some time.
Yep, and Mashama does not have, though. If you noticed, Axe just picked up right over there at the tornado bracelet spot something that might come in handy here in Portoa. Because those were the eyeglasses. And so, that could be a Kensu access, which could be progression.
Cool. So, was that the alarm flute that they got already?
That's we've seen the alarm flute and 3 others.
Ah. So that rage check was guaranteed. They've got all 4 swords. Who knows what he wants, but they knew that was going to work. I missed
Now
what the
we start
item
making
was, but it
gambles.
looked like garbage.
It was a medical herb, I believe.
Yeah.
So now we start making gambles, because gambles here are, wow, this flail guy's putting in work. But now, you know, we're making plays that if you were, for example, would check with one of those flutes and go into the waterfall cave, you could find out that there's trash here, you know, and so this is a gamble when you have a very high chance of getting the information from what's in these caves. So this is a bit of a gamble.
He's probably got the Flute of Lime, so it's pretty nice to get that hint. I didn't see him save before he went in here.
Nope.
I made it a habit of always saving before going into this cave because, you know, if you decide you don't want it, you're right there. He has not gotten that Portoa checkpoint yet, has he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay, so then that's not quite as.
But at the same time, you know, I always make the at least a checkpoint, if not a save, because
Sure,
the last thing that you want to do is, you know,
Walk all the way back.
get paralyzed in the middle of the dungeon, you know, and not have a way to deal with that.
So Axe at the top of Saber, realizing he doesn't have the Tornado Bracelet, and it's just a mimic.
So Axe's choice to go up Saber North early really played against him in this case, because the key that got them through was in the windmill cave, and therefore caused him to have to make a double trip up there.
Trying to light the way with the lamp. Not going to work.
Nope, not today.
I missed what was
Not
in the
ever.
meadow.
I don't think it was anything special.
Axe finding paralysis. So that's going to open up a check for Kensu and Swan.
Okay, so looking in
Once
Axe's
they've
inventory.
got access to it.
Yep, looking in Axe's inventory, he has 2 flutes, which means it's not a. I don't think there's a recorder, or maybe that was the alarm flute, but they definitely have 2 of the 3 between shell, insect, and flute of lime. So they got a 66% chance right now of being able to get that hit.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be a shell flute there.
But that's a warrior ring. Nice
Oh,
upgrade to
nice.
those rabbit boots.
So Axe finally going to make us climb back up to see what was in the prison.
So, we either have no shell flute or we have vanilla dolphin interactions on, and as far as I'm aware, I have not seen Mashama go to check the boat owner yet.
Well, he's
That
going right
might be
there
a fog
now
lamp.
by way of a armor shop. Where he's going to replace his carapace shield with a platinum shield. Small upgrade.
Well, that means that one of those flutes is indeed guaranteed the shell flute, because the boat owner would not show up without it.
That is not so. If you have non-vanilla dolphin, the boat owner will show up as soon as you got his item. But this is not.
Vanilla
This is vanilla
dolphin's
dolphin,
on.
so he's got the shell flute.
And the wooden flute is the shell flute.
All right, so we have ESI access. And,
That's big.
We might see him go straight there.
Mashama not sure
He's
if he
gonna, of
wants
course
to
going to
go.
have to walk around, but it's good for you.
Yeah, he needs a little extra exercise. Gonna check and see. I didn't get the message from Asina. I didn't see it. But he must know what it is if he's checking it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he wants
Here we
it.
go.
It's not a, iron necklace or anything. He's already got that.
Oh, it was a bow!
That's certainly worth getting.
Yeah, most definitely.
So this gives him 2 bows. It could be crypto access. It might not be. We don't know. Farming these jellyfish, or
Turtles.
turtles, or whatever you want to call these things. I mean, I never heard of a poisonous turtle, but everything's poisonous in this game, so who knows? It's a good play.
Yeah.
It's some pretty quick experience.
You may have never heard of a poisonous turtle, but I don't see slimes walking around, shooting snot balls at you that drain your mana either.
Throw a little bit of radiation in the picture, anything can happen.
Sure. Mutagen. What do we got? Ninja Turtles now? Poisonous Ninja Turtles?
I think that would be catchier.
Axeman making his way over to Portoa finally, having climbed the Saber North again. Gonna head straight to Rage, it looks like.
might as well trigger that interaction.
Yeah, you got
Get
all
an
4
extra item
swords. Why
out
not?
of Athena and an extra round of the dolphin. It's definitely worth it.
And there's our Stixie key.
Well, 3 out of 3.
Unfortunately, while they do not have flight, they do have barrier. So walking into Stixie is going to be a little easier than the last seed.
I take it there was some heads butting into lasers.
Oh, you could say that,
no
yes.
Idea. Let's
I'm still not over it.
Yeah, let's just say that in the last seed, there was a required Stixie with a refresh that had forced grinding in order to be able to survive it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, it was even better because Statue Glitch was off, and the only shop that they had access to did not have medical herbs, so the only way that they could get through it was to grind enough HP and MP to survive it. It was fantastic, and Code is still salty.
Well, I'm just going to point out that Mashama picked up change, and so we have got Goa access at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Full Goa region access. Not being able to full clear a lot yet, but ooh, Mashama, man, you were pixels away from falling down that elevator. He caught that as soon as it was leaving. If he'd waited one more frame, he was down the hole. Axe picking up his love pendant there in the Carissa Meadow. I'm glad I saw what it was this time.
Yeah, so we're looking for 1 bow and flight, and that is Go mode.
Yeah, outside of that, it's just combat.
Now, suppose he finds the bow and flight in right in here. Do you go straight? Do you start looking for any more combat upgrades? You're level 8. And you know that it's full tower scaling. Or sorry, full scaling tower.
You have a Storm Bracelet, and you have Warrior Ring. You don't need it. Not for the tower. You might want it for Mado or Sabera, but not for the tower.
Yeah, we'll see what these boss weaknesses are. Could make for some interesting fights. But with Warrior Ring, it's not too bad either way. The last thing you want to do is charge up level 1 shots at Sabera 2.
Yeah, for sure. Today, the vampire decided to be weak or strong against the one bracelet they contain. And they get rewarded with a ball of water. Axe taking a toot on his wooden flute, calling that dolphin. Now it's going to be his turn to head to Evil Spirit Island. Please break, elevator. Please break. Dang it. Are you kidding me?
No such luck.
That would have been epic.
Yeah, that elevator is the only one that matters whether it breaks or not.
Yeah, it's probably the only elevator in the entire game that matters if it breaks.
Yeah.
Because basically every other one of them is a one-way.
Axe opting not to kill too many of these jellyfish, but he's heading right behind Mashama. And I don't think he has any other checks that Mashama doesn't at this point, does he?
Yeah, he's just a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go for Mashama. We got a water weakness for Sabera 1. Boy, Sabera is deciding to take a page out of the Kelbest book.
Yeah, little linebacker Sabera. But with the Warrior Ring, it's not going to make him too much trouble to actually get through there, though. You just stand back and fire away.
Yep, gets rewarded with an open statue.
Yeah, not bad.
And a magic ring.
And a magic ring from Clark. So start building up that inventory of magic rings. It's a pretty good pace for that. The last thing you want is to have all magic rings and no refresh. or any other useful spells. So it looks like Mashama's going to head up to Swan and cash in that change to get to the Goa area.
He also has the Love Pendant and Paralysis, so he can do Kensu's check as well.
Oh, that's right.
Now, he has
We've got vanilla
forgotten...
trade-ins.
He has forgotten that he has the eyeglasses and did not make the Kensu check. Now, we know that it's nothing, but he does not.
Well, that could work in his favor then.
Could. But it could also cost him a little time later when he's warping around panicking trying to find something. And you know what? He's not going to make the check on... oh, he doesn't have the eyeglasses. Never mind. I stand corrected. But he does have both change and the paralysis spell. So he could have done that.
Axe making good use of paralysis there to get around that mummy. Much safer going around mummies when they're paralyzed and can't hug you.
Yeah.
So we get our first look at the Goa area over here. Mashama set the checkpoint over in the city, and now he's going to head over to Chiron. I assume he's doing that before he goes up the cave.
One would hope.
So where did Axe get, was it from Cursa Plant Cave, I guess, that he got the eyeglasses? Or no, Mashama already did that. So where was the eyeglasses from?
Mashama did Cursa Plant Cave. Tornado Bracelet spot.
Oh, right, okay.
Which Mashama has not been back to.
Yeah.
That's
so
probably going to work out in his favor.
It is, unless he's out on the hunt for that last bow. You never know. Or flight. One of those items is not forthcoming. But we got plenty of bosses to fight before we start looking for items.
Well, I mean, I'm just going straight into Go at this point because there's tons of checks there.
Yeah.
You know,
you got all the stores. You got Warrior Ring. There's no point going up Hydra.
Well,
maybe. I mean, you can check that one spot, that first ledge. It's pretty quick.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure what he's looking for here. Maybe a bow?
Well, the Crystalis plant, that's a turn-in. He's going to go all the way up the mountain.
Except he can't get to the summit.
But he has the Stixie key, and he's hoping that Stixie's left checks are going to get him flight. And if it G-Brains, you know, this is the kind of a G-Brain play that wins you a race.
It's true.
But it's also the kind of a boneheaded play that loses you a race.
It's true. I mean, there's no bosses here. If Flight's not here, you've just wasted a lot of time for nothing.
Yeah, and I can almost guarantee you Axe is going to go straight into Goa Fortress.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Flight is here, he's saved a ton of time, because Goa is now, you know, a third less time to get through.
Yeah, and I promise I didn't give Mashama the answer key. If this pans out.
Have to keep that one in mind. I like the pushing those bears through the door. I'm sorry, golems.
Oh God, stupid manual. Dancing circus bears. That
Head throwing bears.
Yeah, right. Sure.
All right, Axe coming around, about to come up against Sibera. Find out that she's water weak. Shouldn't be a problem for him.
I actually believe he's got a level on what Mashama was when he fought her, because I think he was only 8.
Let's say with a warrior ring and no speed boots, they're definitely racking up those levels.
Yeah.
He's got a level 2 water as well, so that's not too bad.
Sibera trying to play tag with Axe, but Axe is a slippery one.
Alright, Mashama getting up to the top of Saber, about to get the last check here. I didn't notice anything useful here on the way so far.
No. So far, it has been a waste of time.
What kind of enemies we're going to have lagging this room up? Oh, nothing.
Oh, it's all consumables.
It is.
Big
that
yikes.
was a waste of time.
Yeah,
He's
that
not
allowed
go
Axe...
check left Stixie either.
Yeah, that allowed Axe to catch up a fair amount. Now, granted,
he's
if it comes to a bow hunt later, and the top of the mountain has nothing, Axe could go and make a play up the mountain that is totally worthless too.
He could. It's true. Axe gonna get his second bow and make his way into Goa area. And yeah, I'd say it's a good odds he's gonna go straight to the front door of the fortress. Mishama going for Chiron. I can't fault him this play. You got to do it anyway, and who knows? Could be Flight.
Well, after the seed the other day with who was that? That was Show and Night Dew. The one that had the Mato 1 that they were holding on to forever, and then it turned out to be the one thing that they needed.
Could be Flight, but instead he's going to throw away a fruit of power to pick up a required antidote.
Oof.
I did not see what Kensu had. I don't think Mishama checked Kensu, did he?
Nope, sure didn't. But whatever Axe got, it until I see something otherwise. Psycho Shield?
Not bad.
Might have been the Psycho Shield.
Axe has not bought any shields yet. I know it's one of Mishama's favorite plays to pick up some cheap armor and shield. And it can help you out, at least if you equip it. I went through most of my last seed and forgot to equip the armor. Like, why is this thing hit me so hard? Pro tip.
Interesting. Axe not going straight into Goa. Oh, I know why. He
He's
wants
got to
to
hit
trigger
Chiron
Mato 1.
first.
Yeah, he wants to trigger Mato 1.
Okay, he's going to get the checkpoint there. Even so, you teleport right away. You talk to
Definitely.
Zebu, and you go straight back to Goa. He's not trying to conserve warp boots or anything. If
Yeah, I
you
agree.
didn't have teleport, you might make your way up Hydra while you're here a little bit. What was that?
That was a bird.
And that was a failed change right there.
Yeah, the trigger is actually just to the right of the bottom part of the fence. So he just got a little too close.
Yeah, and it prevents you from using paralysis there.
You can't use paralysis at all. They'll still walk.
Yep.
Now, interestingly enough, those particular guards, because they're both statues and they're non-paralyzable, unlike other NPCs that move, makes them a actual unique NPC in the game. They're the only monster or the only NPC that works that way.
That's right.
Speed
and
boots.
Speed boots, right there. So Mishama is now he's running.
Yep.
Axe is gonna bail out and take out Mato 1 first. Again, probably hoping for Flight.
Oh, he's gonna stab Stom once or twice more just to
Wow.
make sure that he's done. That's cold. Calling DH Stom. Oh wait, you're dead. Never mind.
Now I will point out that Axe has actually got higher scaling right now. He's picked up a few extra items. Or rather, he had higher scaling before Mishama picked up a few things.
Yeah, that's because he has things like the Psycho Shield and the eyeglasses.
Ah, right, okay. That makes it the difference.
Yep.
So they've each got a few things that they've done, kind of side checks, that the other ones will have to do, but they won't when they're looking for things, if they're looking for things. There's still quite a few checks left in Goa that could bring all the rest of the items they're looking for free.
Yep, you have both Mado's and Carmine's area that have 5 items each, so...
So Axe coming right behind, coming up for Kelbesk's floor. Nice simple maze with nothing else in it.
I'm gonna change the name of Wyvern Mage to Magi Drakey.
You go ahead.
Just gotta find the PR on that one. Mishama heading through the rest of Sabera's area here. Gonna break the last iron wall, and then it's off to Sabera too.
Going the long way. And we'll see what Sabera 2 is weak to. Let's hope for wind.
Yeah, God. It
Mashama's
would be
hoping for wind.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how long Sabera wants to sleep. That was actually pretty quick. And we got fire, so level 2, not bad.
We're doing 6 damage a hit, so
That's
not
respectable.
terrible.
Could be a lot worse.
6
Mashama's
damage
got a
a
level
hit.
on Axe at this point. I don't see Axe grinding 2600 experience.
Yeah, not here.
Yeah, there's not enough. The density of enemies is terrible here.
I believe there are 4 total spawns on the whole screen.
Sabera kills you, as all the bridges take up the spots. Sabera kills you, and you go back, and you're like, just anybody spawn so I can get some experience. It is painful. Let me tell you, from experience.
So that was our glowing lamp that Mashama just picked up. So when they find that next statue, they're gonna be immediately trying to get that done.
Possibly clear out some of that row to bring the statue into place.
Yeah. Axe getting caught on the chest. Game really wanted him to take those warp boots.
That Wyvern's giving him a hard time there a little bit.
Yeah, get out of the way, idiot! Oh, that's a mimic. Mashama opting to kill it, don't know why. Cost you an elevator, pal. You get to wait a cycle for that mimic's XP.
Can't see that was worth it.
No, I don't think so.
Axe is taking that level. He knows Sabera is going to be a pain. And he wants the extra level there.
Another consumable over there on Mashama's side. Still need flight as well, J-Ro. Axeman making a comment to me before this that he's not as practiced as he would normally be because Genshin Impact came up with an update and has been, got him kind of absorbed.
Oh, no.
So he's trying to make excuses here before the race even goes. I mean, we got Mashama with a little bit of a lead here. You could say that the Genshin's really made an impact on this race.
That was bad. I'm just going to groan at that one.
I couldn't help myself. If you're the first one to find out how to glitch through the whirlpools, J-Ro, you'll have a lot of people that are really excited.
You just statue glitch, right? You kind of walk up to the side and talk to them?
Yeah. You'd also have an upset programmer trying to figure out how to fix it. Mashama takes a dive!
Oh, no. Well, he's paralyzed, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's really not what the problem was tremendously. He got so caught up watching the butterfly that he wasn't paying attention to where the position of the thing was. And this plant is
this
just
could be
not...
big. He doesn't... Is he trying to get poisoned?
Yeah, and
Is his checkpoint just down the way?
Plant. You know, you have an opal statue. Just take the death at this point.
I mean, after you fall through that from the elevator, he's literally like 20 steps away from a checkpoint.
You know what? I just want to say that when you don't want to get poisoned, they have 100. That shadow.
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
That shadow was so good. And no, shields cannot block poison, but that when you want to get poisoned, enemies have a 0% chance of poisoning you. But when you do not want to get poisoned, they have 100% chance of poisoning you. It's just the way that the game works. It knows.
I mean, it's 50% on average.
So now take a look at what's going on here. You have a Hellway that has caused Mashama to lose every second he had.
Yeah, they are neck and neck now.
Mashama gets paralyzed
Oh,
again.
no.
So, interestingly enough, this is the vanilla enemy set for this region.
Yeah. No, this is
I
a traditional Hellway
swear.
right now. And they
If
are
a butterfly
right
comes
there.
off screen right now. Oh no. Whew. That was a close one from Mashama.
How did he get unparalyzed?
He already had a charge.
Oh, he
that
held
was going.
the charge.
Yep. And it was the best play he could have made.
All right. Yeah, that was excellent. And now we've got a side-by-side Mato fight to
We got
Fire
Week.
Weakness.
Yep.
So that Warrior Ring is looking pretty good right now. And it looks like Axe is taking the lead.
Axe got a great Hellway. He really did. The Hellway has claimed another victim.
Well, we're not quite getting flashbacks to last tournament.
No, not that bad. Although,
I mean, that was everybody was a victim there.
Yeah. Oof. Taking the death, but having the opal.
Yep, popping that opal and scope and stab him now.
So let's see. Axe has about a 8-second lead over Mashama now. Okay, when I see a room full of flail guys, I don't care if I have speed boots. I'm doing the Mashama and pulling out the warrior ring.
Oh yeah, for sure. Although, I mean, Axe's paralysis play is not bad either.
Yeah. It definitely worked out. I mean, either way, it's a menu.
Alright, we'll see what the treasure is in Psycho Armor. In Carmine's basement.
These soldiers, such dicks.
Refresh. Not bad. Gonna make it a little nicer to walk through these spikes.
There's
Mashama
Flight.
Opting to bunny hop through there. Now, last thing we're looking for is that bow.
Yep, Axe finding Flight in the bottom left chest. Mashama about to pick it up here. Actually, it's the bottom middle chest, directly across from the refresh.
Yeah. So we'll take out the... I think this is the last boss now, other than Dragon.
Correct.
So
but now that they have Flight, it's a bow and go mode.
Yeah. We could easily be under an hour for this seed.
This has been a rather interesting seed. That was a vanilla weak Carmine and a bracelet available, so...
So he had no chance at all.
No. No, he was completely flattened.
Mashama a little worried about that Nooper beam. Pulling out the barrier.
Okay, hazmat suit.
Axe is going to walk back the long way. We'll see what Mashama does.
So we didn't have a statue, so we're definitely not curing Kensu. And tonight it's a Metroid amiibo. But you know it'd be epic if the Metroid amiibo is blocking the final bow.
That would be nice. Yeah, I'd take that. We gotta have some
I don't
sort of
know
a
if
twist
Axe
here.
talked to him. I didn't see it. Did anybody catch if Axe talked to him? Does he know what it is?
It may be he's got
Axe
the other statues,
did.
and so he's not too concerned.
Nope, he did talk to him. They're still looking for a broken statue, too.
Code Gorilla pointing out the meme potential of taking a Nooper as Carmine's dying and then sliming out of the Carmine area. You know, if you're not a little worried about how far behind you are, it's definitely worth doing.
So Axe is running to Sahara, paying dividends right here. Imagine that.
Mishama doesn't have the,
Sure doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Axe went through the back side of the GBC cave and got that, and grabbed it. Remember when we asked him, like, well, what? We thought that he had flight at the time as to why he didn't go in the pyramid, but now he has access to the
Mishama
pyramid.
saved some time by just resetting out.
Yeah, it was all
Cave.
garbage anyway.
Not quite sure where this entrance is.
Yeah, he started from low. Most people start from, you know, coming from the top, which makes it really easy to find.
So we'll see if we get a vanilla bow of truth here. Although we didn't check Dio. I don't think Axe did. Didn't have anything.
That's a sacred shield. And a medical herb. So, nope.
We're still looking for that bow.
Now, this is where you make the Hail Mary. I completely agree with Axe's play here. If this is what it is, you win.
It's true. He's got I think a 1 in 3 chance of this being even accessible at all. So there's a good chance he gets turned away at the door.
So there's the bow of sun. And, well, we got crypt access.
There we go. You think Mishama's going to make the crypt dive too?
I would. I would expect him to. What I wouldn't expect him to do is use a thunderstorm on Dragon, because it's not really much faster than stabbing him, and it actually probably is slightly slower because you're eating up the lag frames.
I mean, it's marginally safer to the extent that you need safety there. Sure enough. Let's see what's here. That is nothing, but it's not going to cost Axe anything.
No, so we got a pretty crappy crypt.
Heard that'd be a pretty crypty crap.
Sure. So Axe is going to head up the mountain. The question is, does he go to Hydra or does he go to Stixie? You got 6 checks on the left and you got 5 checks on the right.
I mean, numbers go left.
Numbers
I think
would
they're
say
also a little
go
bit quicker.
left, but I think it's faster on the right.
Maybe. And then there's also the metagame of what do you think Mishama's done so far? If Mishama's taken possibly a chance up Hydra, does that change your play? I think it probably doesn't, because you got no information.
If the Axe chest has the final blow. It was destiny.
Yeah, that would be the Axe chest. So we're going to start picking up some opals. Not bad. Nice to have. There's our broken statue. Maybe the broken statue's a medical herb.
Well, they cracked the statue open and got a little herb out of it. Not what he was looking for.
Well, you put your herb in it.
Maybe it actually was just a piece. A mirrored shield. That's definitely not what the Axe chest was expecting to be held.
So we
Vanilla
just got
Thunder.
The, Brokahana check. I did not catch what he had.
Garbage. That's a flame bracelet.
Not what he's looking for.
Anything that is not the bow at this point is going to be considered kind of garbage.
That power ring could save a minute or so in the tower.
Axe going to check Dio now. He did bypass it earlier. So this is where Axe decides he's going to start making the plays that he has instead of, you know, other things. So now is when he's going to check. Gonna check Waterfall Cave.
Yep. My
He's
money is
gonna
on
see-
Oak.
They do have Oak access.
I'm
Nobody's been
calling the
there.
Oak Bow of Truth.
Mashama going into Stixie, not going to find anything.
So
So-
Arch Tornell wanted the tornado bracelet. I think it's vanilla turn-ins.
Yes, correct. So Arch had said that Mashama was an hour or a minute and 15 behind. However, Mashama has done all of Hydra, except the very top check, which Axe has not. So it's not quite that much.
Yeah, so we haven't seen these this hint yet, I don't think.
No, we have not.
So we got a bow here.
Love pendant.
So Axe wants no part of that. I think he already got the love pendant, right?
Yes, that was increased Plant Cave in the meadow. So
So that tells him there's nothing at the back of Fog Lamp anyway.
could be turn-ins in the front though.
There could be.
So yeah, it's not it's not guaranteed to be dead.
But you're going
there's
to do
a
the
very
checks you
high
have
chance.
before you go in there to get more trade-in items.
Recover. There's a shield ring. And the final chest. Blizzard bracelet. Okay, so we got a lot of offense now. We got all the offense now.
Looks like he's going to go up to the right side of Hydra now.
Yep. So now is where the time's going to start to equalize a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Axe is making plays that Mashama's already done, with the exception of one check at the top.
Well, we'll see the Boa Moon spot versus the Boa Sun spot.
Oh.
There's that Metroid amiibo that
Well,
Kensu
if-
wanted.
If that's what it is, that's not a particularly long check, but he is close to Oak, so I, at this point, would be going to check Oak. That's what I'd be doing. No warp boots there. That Metroid amiibo could be exactly what we need.
I mean,
don't
he's
know
got
yet.
teleport. He doesn't need warp boots.
He does if he goes to check Stomp.
Okay. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, this is definitely a play.
He does not have the insect flute, so he's only going to get 3 out of the 4 swamp checks.
That's okay. Because realistically, he only needs one of the swamp checks, if it's the right check.
Yeah, which one?
Yes. I believe that's correct. Man, look at these pollen pods putting in work. Okay, so Mashama thinks he may have the insect flute here, but we know he doesn't. There's the clarinet. There's the recorder. And last but not least, the shell flute. Nope. Good effort.
Bobdo pointing out that he did not ask the villagers. There's a villager in the corner of Oak that will tell him, hey, this flute is very dangerous, and it will name which flute it is. So we get a tornado bracelet. I think it's the last
that's
bracelet we were
another check.
missing.
Yep, and that's a check.
And a lysis plant.
Okay, so that
So
opens up
nothing
2
in
more checks
Oak.
in this region. Well, possibly. We don't know whether tornado
It could be
bracelet
the-
actually could be the required thing.
Could be. It could give him the insect flute.
It could give him the bow on Tornell. Could be Bonell 2 seeds in a row. Hey, Code Gorilla?
Spoilers.
So Mashama's picked up a warp boots, and he's gonna warp out of this fight. Axe just opting to speed and refresh through the swamp. Not a bad play.
Cat's
He's
a
got plenty of
ring.
magic. And the speed boots save some time. Mashama gonna go turn in that tornado bracelet for Tornell.
Yeah,
Down to the
smart,
lower
smart.
density checks at this point.
Definitely. Mashama is just praying that the east side of Portoa is not necessary at this point. He's going to check the tornado bracelet spot and get his eyeglasses first.
So I didn't catch what was on top of Mount Hydra, but clearly it wasn't what they were looking for.
No.
Hey, Bert.
$1,148. Axe getting bent over for that pair of warp boots here, just to speed Stom up a little bit.
I mean, what else is he gonna buy? He's got 4,000 gil right here.
True. Still, it's highway robbery.
It's 45 scaling.
Yeah. So currently, the only item difference between these two runners is the Psycho Shield and what's Axe have? One other
The
item.
Power Ring.
Power Ring. That's the other item.
So Mashama picked up the whatever was in the tornado bracelet spot just now.
Eyeglasses.
Yeah.
He's checking the top of the mountain.
So
Now,
leads to nothing.
here's the thing. If Axe
is right on his
follows
heels.
up, and this is the bow.
Axe might still have it.
It's
and
the
it
bow! Are
is.
you
Oh,
kidding
this
me?
is amazing.
Okay, so
they're
here's the
headed
problem.
straight through, but Axe has got that power ring.
Yes, Mashama is
So he can
playing
catch up.
from the rear. Oh, both have the power ring.
Oh,
Okay, we're good. Never mind. Mashama
picked
is in
it
the
up.
lead.
oh dear. I didn't
Okay,
see him
this
going
is
to
a
60.
race. This could come down to straight up, like stab
Popcorn.
strats. Yeah, this could come down to Tragon. It could come down to stab strats in the tower. Like, what is this? So Axe is probably feeling pretty good right now. Having found that bow, he probably thinks he's going into this going, all right, I got this one in the bag. Not knowing that he's actually 45-ish seconds behind. I'll put a timer on it when we hit Dragon 2 and use the bow, and we'll see how far behind Axe
Well, we
is.
also don't know. Axe doesn't have a timer, and so it's possible he's got some skew. I actually saw him a little
True.
bit behind going at the beginning. And so even if it's kind of neck and neck from our view, it's possible he might still actually be not quite as far behind.
I mean, Axe has enough consumables that it probably doesn't matter.
I mean, by Mashama's timer, I counted, 45 seconds.
Yeah, but now here you go. So Mashama just burned a bunch of time there doing a bunch of extra menuing. So that's going to hurt him a little bit. I also did not see him equip his power ring. Never mind. He's also not manipping. He's going to walk into the wings. But he gets a good pattern either way. So long lasers here. We got 44 scaling. Actually, Mashama's got a slight increase in scaling factor. A slight decrease, I should say. Over
It's going to
Axe.
help him for the dragon fight.
Ooh, he got
slightly,
the motorcycle! Okay.
But Axe is right behind.
Axe is not getting the good pattern right off the bat. Oh, but he gets some short lasers here. Mashama going to use flame strats here in the tower. Don't blame him. Yes, wipe robots.
Waiting
go
around
right.
a little bit.
Woo! Man. Mashama getting some decent walk RNG here. The others are going back right.
Yeah, and Dragon is not
Good
giving
first
Axe a
floor.
break here.
No, Axe is getting screwed on Dragon. So at this point, this is Mashama's race to lose. He's got to execute here in the tower.
Yeah, Axe should have gained 15 seconds, but he just lost 15 seconds there.
I kind of feel really bad for Axe in some ways, because if Axe wins, there's a fair amount of people that are just going to be like, he won. And if he loses, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, Mashama did it, he beat him! It's like he stood to lose either way here.
I mean, it's tough being the favored one. Not that I know about that.
It really is. I mean, because he's kind of the big bad. You know, he's won so much recently that yeah, he's kind of the big bad. Bit of a villain in some ways.
So
But Axe is
Mashama's
a
heading
great
up on the
guy.
3rd floor already.
Yeah, Mashama's got this one in the bag. Axe got really screwed on Dragon. He also had a pretty bad helicopter there on the 1st floor that kind of bodied him a lot. Ooh, he's burned 2 opals
Wow.
now. Man. Yeah, Axe is looking a little off his game right now. Maybe some nerves getting to him, I wonder.
Well, if he loses by less than 30 seconds, then we can blame Dragon, but anything else?
Mashama in to get Crystalis is going to take this race. Probably got about another 30 seconds left in this one. Wouldn't you know it, the Axeman has been axed by Mashama. Coming in out of nowhere, Mashama, the brand new guy to the tournament who's been putting in work like nobody's business, takes out our #1 seed, sends him down to loser bracket. GG Mashama, 104.45. What a hell of a run.
Now there is a GG right there.
Yeah, that is. I'll bet you Mashama's sitting in his chair right now going, are you kidding me? I won? No comment yet. No, nothing in chat. Nothing. He's probably just stunned that he won.
I mean, as you were saying, I think he's in a great position. He's kind of got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now a comment's been added. We're going to have to ask Mashama about this comment when he gets in here.
Once we mark him in the tracking as a winner, he'll hopefully get an invite and join us momentarily.
Yep. Just gotta have our tracker get that taken care of. Get him in here as soon as we can. He's probably sitting there staring at it, waiting for the speed gaming invite.
Sorry, I forgot I had the button.
All good.
I've been there before.
Yep. Axeman getting into Dyna right now. Going to be done here in about 45 seconds himself. And joining us in the booth, our victor, toppling the #1 seed, Mr. Mashama himself, #4, 3 4s, coming into 4th. How many 4s you got tonight for us?
Oh my god. You rolled us the jettiest seed that's ever jetted.
It was disappointing in a number of ways, but it also made for an absolutely epic race.
Like, every minuscule thing caused me to panic because of it. Like, I got bumped once, and I'm like, alright, that's it. Axe is probably won now. I took the death to Calabesk. I don't care if it's only like a couple seconds from the checkpoint. That's probably it there. Like,
yeah,
oh
Axe
God.
Axe had a couple of early maneuvers that actually probably cost him
it was close.
a fair amount of time.
Every little thing could have cost you that race.
It kind of went back and forth. Early on, Axe immediately goes straight up Saber North, whereas you decided to go into the Windmill Cave. And the Windmill Cave contained the prison key. So Axe had to climb up Saber North completely a second time, as opposed to you who only made one climb. You had things... Yep, that definitely happened. You had other plays, though, where Mashama goes and dives the Carissa plant cave early, gets nothing out of it, doesn't check anything else, but then makes a right side play in Hydra that wasn't made by you until after, Axe, you'd gotten the flight spell. Mashama never ended up going back there. There were just so many little things back and forth. One would make a check in, making the check on the eyeglasses. Mashama didn't get the eyeglasses, so he didn't make that check early, which is something Axe did. And, but Mashama would make this check that Axe didn't check. And it just went back and forth.
That was like exactly the seed I was worried about getting. Was like a really easy jet seed followed by a last bow hunt that could be anyone's race. And yeah,
That bow hunt was a dice roll. Absolute dice roll.
Here's what sucks. Here's what sucks. None of that decided the race. We can talk about every single little thing that happened in the race. Axe, you got hosed by Dragon.
Oh, really? You think it was that bad?
You got hosed. Mashama got a 1-round kill with the first popcorn balls into a long lasers, and you got hosed.
Was that 2 minutes? Oh, really? Was that 2 minutes, though?
I mean, here's the thing. We don't have a timer on your side, so we don't know exactly how far the seed was off, but you were basically like entering Dragon as he was entering the tower, and then he basically finished the tower like when you were finishing the first floor. So you got screwed.
And it wasn't the worst tower, but like the robots were being absolute dicks despite me like trying my best, because I had one of them that just wouldn't spawn until after the fire wave went. Then he popped up in the booth, and I was like, "Come on!"
Axe had a pretty rough tower too.
Axe had a really rough. The first floor in the tower, the robots on the right side were absolute jerks. Then he burned an opal there to the helicopter, and then when he went to stab, he tried to stab the robots on the second floor, burned a second opal when he got stuck inside the door with 2 of them. It was not an easy tower for Axe. Yeah, this is one of those where
the same
Dragon.
They spawned weird, divided in every direction possible.
Okay.
Well, no, Mashama, you had.
I did not expect that I got to Dragon first. Like.
No, you didn't.
No, you were a little behind. You got some afterwards, but But the Dragon was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
I was in tower when you hit Dragon.
When you got to Dragon.
And then Dragon just wouldn't let you enter tower until I was.
And you might have gained 15 seconds on him based on kind of Mashama's menuing and stuff, but instead you ended up losing 15 seconds at least.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you really did get royally screwed by Dragon. It kind of takes us back to the old days. Most of you guys probably don't know or even remember this. Axe probably does. But back in the days of the Uranium Anchor and Dragon Dark Crystalis races, back in RPG Limit Break and early games done quicks, when they would get into Dragon, we're talking neck and neck, and no one understood how to manipulate Dragon yet. We didn't know how it worked. We didn't know any of that stuff. And one would just get 2 minutes of time loss, just straight up. And the race would completely swing by Dragon. And it honestly is what this felt like. It felt like watching one of those old races, because it was close enough entering Dragon that it could have been anyone's race. But Dragon just ensured this was Mashama's to win.
Oh, wow.
So you can't really feel bad about your play, because neither one of you played poorly. You both played exactly as good as you needed to win. RNG just wasn't in Axe's favor tonight.
I mean, it was the little things. It was Mashama's race to lose at the end, barely. But it was the little things that did it. It was the ordering between, those early checks, or, kind of the luck of the draw at the end of where's that bow going to be. What have you already checked? And you had just kind of different checks, and so that kind of influenced where you went.
So I hadn't done a windmill cave when I climbed Saber North, so I had that key sitting there, and I knew I had access, and so it was kind of like, I thought that key would go in, and when it purred, I was.
Did you rabbit skip?
Sure did.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, I'm not sure if rabbit skip's on. I'll check it right after this, and then I get telepathy and teleport. I'm like, oh well, whatever. I guess we're just gonna do rabbit then.
Yeah. I was like, as I got all the swords, like, because I did that, I got all the swords really fast. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be really good. But then I noticed telepathy was like right there, so.
Yeah, I had him smoking fast too. And then I had teleport, telepathy, a random key, and 2 flutes. And so I'm like, all right, well, we take a quick trip to Zabu's cave, set off rabbit skip stuff, go and check this key, check the 2 flutes for alarm flute, and then we can just circle back to Bryn right away, because I have teleport anyway. After all that, like, check all my bases there.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we can say conclusively, it was not the Ghost of Stom.
It's definitely not. Yeah.
Did you have a Hellway at all?
Mashama's Hellway was epic.
Oh, really?
I didn't take any
I
hope you guys enjoyed my Hellway. That was the most obnoxious thing in the world.
Go watch it, Axe. You'll love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
beautiful.
Definitely got to watch this one.
Yeah, this was a despite the fact that the seed was fast, it didn't have any major things. You guys put on a show, and I guarantee you that when you guys watch it back, you'll both be going, how the hell did I win? Or how the hell did that happen? Or how did I lose? How did this happen? But now we have a wager to settle.
Oh.
We have a bit of a wager to settle here because, as I recall, somebody has a Discord name to change.
Oh, really?
Have we decided on a name, Mr. Victor?
We're gonna wait on that just to make sure that I'm sure. Also,
Oh.
I was gonna talk to Axe for. We should probably wait till after the tournament, just so there's no like problems with things lining up for when we name change.
Well, it's just going to be
Oh.
on Discord. I don't think it'll
Yeah,
make a
yeah,
difference.
there's-
It's
That
within
shouldn't
the
affect
server.
anything. Okay.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
won't change anything. So he can change his name right now, and it will do nothing. It'll just change it on the server.
Yeah. So it'll only be on the server anyway. Yeah.
I'll come up with something over the weekend.
I mean, the
just to be
speed gaming
sure.
invites might get confused, but
No,
it's easy
they
enough.
won't, because they
No,
go based
yeah.
off of what your actual name is. Like in my case, it goes off of matric underscore number 2438.
Right.
And if I change
that's
my
why
server
it's-
name to the big unit, it's not going to change anything as far as what my actual account name is.
Ah, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why the big unit came to mind, but it's just the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Also, for all you doubters, I called it. It was going to be me and
Ah.
Tornell next week. I said, yeah, the finals flags are going to be me and Tornell next week, but I believe we're the only ones that have it. And everyone's like, yeah, bragger, you don't know nothing.
I seem to recall about 2 weeks ago you saying, "Oh, it's going to be Matrick and I in the finals," and then when I get bopped, now it's
And
"Oh,
then
it's
you
gonna be
disappointed me,
and
man.
Tornell."
What was going on with that?
Please, you keep changing your pick.
Well, we'll see about
You're the
that.
guy who fills out 5 brackets for March Madness and hands in the one at the end of it that's like, "Look, guys, I did awesome."
You don't know. Show me the other 4.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry about my timer there. I think my live split was just in a weird state. I thought I guess it didn't connect right.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you also were having some internet issues a little bit right at the start. Definitely had
really?
some. Yeah, you were dropping some serious frames there in the beginning, but it did level out as the run went on, and when we got to the important parts, it was good. So. All right, well, here we go. Axe, your next match is going to be in 2 weeks. You get to play the victor of Cross Product versus whoever wins tomorrow night's race. Mashama, you, on the other hand, have a flag set to practice.
Yes, I do.
And good luck. Enjoy WH. And I can't wait to roll you. I'm going to use the exact same terminology that I used in the race earlier today. The hottest pile of dog crap this tournament has seen yet.
Oh, and there is some serious potential here.
Oh,
WH?
WH? Oh, yeah.
I was not in the know. The flags so far they've been challenging, but they've been relatively tame compared to what you can do. And one of the more challenging flags is to randomize the house entrances. So, the runners are pretty used to the Leaf Elder being an oak, getting an item out of there, but there's no guarantees there. Or who knows? Maybe you have to go find the mother in the Oak Mother in some other town, travel all the way back to the swamp to pick up her kid. It's very interesting.
Take
The
it
fortresses
back
are
to
also
Oak.
a little bit randomized, so you never know quite where that Portoa Palace is or Goa Fortress, Sabera. No longer necessarily need to have that dolphin to get into one of those bosses for the story mode.
Mm-hmm. Your Stixie key may not block Stixie. You could actually come out of Portoa, go in through the waterway on the ocean, come out through the gate and just walk right out. Never need the Stixie key for anything. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that WH puts into these flag sets that's going to really throw these runners for a loop.
And just keeping track of everything is a whole other extra bit of complexity. So I know Axe has been working on a tracker. I imagine everyone else has been too. Axe hoping that he beats Matrick in the the rematch and gets his way for back into the winners bracket.
I love the confidence from Steve. Confidently incorrect. It's going to be cross product.
That could be.
It'll be cross product after Steve beats me tomorrow. How's that?
Well, we will see.
Emergency patch.
Oh! Patch in a dev backdoor.
What's to say there's not one?
I swear it was a wrong warp, guys. I swear.
I mean, Joe's been getting in the tower from cryo chambers somehow.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I've seen that guy. He's done some shenanigan-y things.
I mean, that's a flag. It's RB.
Exactly. Wait, you putting RB on show? What kind of nans are these?
Bob
All right,
referring
gentlemen.
to a special patch from months ago. Trying to remember what that was, but maybe he'll he'll enlighten me.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Last questions here. Anybody got anything they want to add before we wrap this one up?
Oh, I just want to thank Mashama for getting in here. It's, I don't know if you talked about this, but he's he just got into this randomizer just a few months ago, and he definitely earned this victory by his he's practiced more than anyone else on our race nights. So yeah, this was definitely a big earn for him.
Well, if you're gonna go
no
there,
question.
then I want to thank Axe, Tornell, Show, Matrick, all the regular dailies who put up with my, shenanigans, we'll say, often and just help me out, and we play all the time. You don't get better if you don't just keep playing against the best.
Yeah,
True.
no, Masham has definitely put up some serious improvement. I'd say when the tournament was first getting off the ground, I kind of counted him in my tier, and he is clearly above my tier at this point.
Steve, you almost took me the other day. That Blizzard patch was very much needed. You should have won that if it wasn't for Blizzard bracelet being so garbage.
Yeah, well, we get lucky sometimes.
Yeah, we got way lucky. Oh my god. That Dragon
Something,
fight took you
blind
forever.
Well, Dragon strikes again.
Sure enough. Well, that was an excellent show. I'm super glad to have had the privilege of commentating it. I'm looking forward to what tomorrow's got to offer us, and looking forward to hearing what Masham and Axe have to say about it.
All right. That's right. Yeah.
I hope they both watch the race tonight so they can hear how much we trashed them so they get their turn tomorrow.
Oh, great.
Hey, you've been part of this community enough. You should know by now. But in all seriousness, tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. These two runners tonight are going to be on comms tomorrow for that particular race against Steve and I. And, we'll be back tomorrow night about this time, because I believe the race is 9 tomorrow, right? 8? I forget.
I think it's 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Oh, it's 6 Pacific? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, well, I would have totally missed my own race had I not said anything.
Well, we wouldn't want that now.
Oh, man. A loser by forfeit. That would be terrible.
I like
Nah,
it.
I'd call you up.
You have my number. This is true. All right, gents. Well, let's wrap this one up. Let's get out of here. Thanks to everybody for hanging out and watching. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's rates. Congratulations again to Mashama. Get practicing on those new flags. And we'll catch everybody tomorrow night with another round of the Crystalis Randomizer Tournament. Patrick signing off. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, runners. Catch you guys
Cheers.
next time.
Yep.